you just heard Clyde Castro just now, Supriya Srinath saying that, look, Rahul Gandhi has taken up this issue. All parties are one with him. Is Sharad Pawar one with him? The same Sharad Pawar, your leader, who in an interview a couple of months ago said, Gautam Adani is an asset to this country. He builds India's infrastructure. He seems to not agree with the Rahul Gandhi line that Gautam Adani is a scamster.
If something has come out in the open, it is the government's job. There's a law and judiciary in our country. It's their job to look into it. The government, if they're supporting Adani, why are they supporting? It's their job to bring it out in the open. If Mr. Rahul
Sharad Pawar is supporting Adani.
Let me finish this. Let me finish what I'm saying. He said what he had to say. He had his points. But if there is something that has been raised, I'm sure if the government brings it out, then people are going to look at it that way. So the point here is the government has to say, are they supporting Mr. Adani or are they not supporting Mr. Adani? That is their point. And you ask this question, are we with Mr. Rahul Gandhi? Obviously, we are all together. They are there inside. The meetings are going on. See, the India Alliance meet that is happening. We have come together on a common platform. A common minimum program. We are here to serve the people of India.
Does the common platform include Adani?
Well, is he a political party?
No, Rahul Gandhi does a press conference here. He was here. No, Rahul Gandhi does a press conference here. Why were other leaders not there with him?
That is the Congress press conference. Is somebody from another channel going to sit here and conduct a debate with you? No, this is your channel. You are the anchor of this channel. You will conduct the debate.
I'm not in alliance with the other channels. You are.
No, that was the Congress party. See, like I told you, we are different parties coming together on a common minimum program. We are here to serve the people. Tell me something. The BJP calls itself so invincible. Okay, after years they brought the NDA together. It was in the cold storage. They've thawed it and brought it out. So what are they afraid of? They are so invincible. Tell the BJP to fight alone.
Okay.
Why are they not fighting alone?
Okay, Shehzad Poonawalla, early morning the entire narrative across global papers, and these are now big papers, Guardian, Financial Times, saying Adani, company linked to Modi, is accused of misusing offshore funds. Then by afternoon we hear of a special session of parliament being called. Is the BJP using a diversionary tactic, as the opposition alleges, because you're fearing that the India alliance can capture the narrative using issues like the Adani issue to accuse you of corporate cronyism? What exactly is all of this about? Is the government worried about the emergence of the India alliance or not?
Rajdeep, as the panel is placed right now, it is going to be a 3 versus 1 against me, and you've already opened by giving Supriya Srinath an uninterrupted time to make all these allegations. I wonder why the Congress won't face me. Perhaps because, and I hope Rajdeep you won't interrupt me for the next 45 seconds when I bust this entire fake narrative on the Adani issue. 2 months ago, you, me and Rahul Kaval in your studio where I'm sitting right now were sitting, and Supriya Srinath had said, tomorrow morning I'm doing a press conference on the 20,000 crores, where it has come from and how Adani is responsible for that money being round-tripped and it came to shell companies. Till date, that press conference hasn't happened. But what has happened is just a lot of hypocrisy. By the way, Rajdeep, please tell me that the Supreme Court is monitoring the probe. It set up an expert panel. It has people like KV Kamath, Nandan Nilekani, Justice Sapre and others who went through the SEBI report on it, and after that came to a conclusion that no regulatory failure can be said. So are you saying that there's a question mark on the integrity of KV Kamath or the question mark on the integrity of Nandan Nilekani? Forget that. I'm saying if Rahul Gandhi's allegations are to be taken on face value, he's saying 2 things. Adani is completely corrupt and that he's colluded with anti-national forces. Then by that logic, how can you give any project to this man anywhere in the country, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh or any other place, and him going to Sharad Pawar's house should be the most egregious offense. Tomorrow he should not sit with Sharad Pawar. But having said that, you know what, Rajdeep, you did not ask Supriya Srinath, and you asked a lot of questions, but you should have asked her, when did Adani get the Mundra port, by the way? When did he get the 6 SEZs that she was just screaming about? When was it that he came into power sector and he became the biggest power player? And when did he get his first coal mine, which was outside India, all during the UPA tenure? Obviously, Rajdeep, she does not want to answer that. Therefore, the Congress party has no courage to answer me. But therefore, let me ask one question, Rajdeep. Just let me ask one question. Rajdeep, let me finish my statement.
Has the latest revelations put the BJP Modi government on the defensive when global newspapers ahead of the G20 summit are accusing someone who's close to the Prime Minister of serious financial irregularities? Does that worry you? Because you are focusing on the G20 summit, and here some of the most respected newspapers in the world are putting out these stories.
Rajdeep, the most respected newspapers in the world, including the one that you probably like to read, the New York Times, spoke about how NewsClick, an organization, was receiving Chinese funding, and the Congress party, including the lady who came and gave you a one-on-one interview, was the one defending NewsClick when they were peddling Chinese narrative on Rafales, Chinese narrative on COVID vaccines, and trying to undermine India's position on a large number of issues. So what was that? That was not credible. And on that, the ED has taken action as well. What about the credibility of that newspaper? And today, this OCCRP organization is being funded by George Soros. Who's George Soros? The same newspapers and the organizations, including the government of England, have called him an economic war criminal for orchestrating the meltdown in UK, the Bank of England in 1992, in the Asian crisis, the role that he played by short selling. All of this has been said by those very newspapers. Mr. Rajdeep Sardesai and the same OCCRP author, Ravi Nair, is a person who was writing for NewsClick. How much credibility he has, you can go and see on his social media. But that's not the point. Today, Rajdeep, I have just one question. Clyde Castro is sitting right next to you. Is Adani corrupt? Is Adani an anti-national? Ask him. If you have the courage, ask him. Rahul Gandhi has alluded that. Ask him.
No. One second. Let me come to that. One second.
1 minute, Shehzad. I've given you your time. No. Before I go, I will come to Sushmita in a moment. You want to answer that? He's putting a direct question to you. Does the NCP see Adani as someone who's working against India's interests as Rahul Gandhi does?
Answer Shehzad Poonawalla. Let me talk about BJP. Quickly, I'll tell you one thing. He's talking about hypocrisy. He's talking about all these questions you want to ask. I want to ask this question, and not to him. I don't care about what he's saying. What I'm trying to ask here is, a month ago, in Bhopal, the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, gave a speech, and he spoke about the cooperative scam in Maharashtra.
It is a simple question. Is Adani anti-national as Rahul Gandhi has alleged?
One sec, related to the NCP. And after a few days,
I will ask him, don't worry.
He's talking about Mr. Ajit Pawar.
No,
after a few days, Ajit Pawar joins the party. Why are they silent?
Rajdeep,
if they have the guts, why don't they do the inquiry on the cooperative scam? 1 minute. And why don't they talk about the irrigation scam?
What about
After the 2014 election or before the 2014 election, kept talking about the 70,000 irrigation scam.
But when he did an early morning alliance can be seen on television on your show.
If the BJP has the guts, and if they are talking about all this, let them do it. Let them do it.
Okay, Shehzad, I am in Mumbai, so I can't always come to you for intervention. Just bear with me. I will give you enough chance. But
let me just have one intervention.
Ask Sushmita Dev the same question.
Let me just have one intervention.
Do you share Rahul Gandhi's views on Gautam Adani? Please, Shehzad, I am the anchor. We will have to then. Just a minute. Go ahead.
So Rahul Gandhi has picked up an issue.
Yes.
Rahul Gandhi has picked up the issue. He has all the right to do so. What has happened and what will happen has to be decided, the law and judiciary, and the government has to intervene. Will the BJP and the BJP spokesperson say that Adani is right? Tell them to say it.
Okay.
India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience.
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
And with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV.